What if I told you there's an island so feared even the locals refuse to go near it? Just minutes from Venice lies Poveglia Island, a place where over 100,000 people were sent to die. Plague victims, the forgotten, the unwanted. Screams were once heard across the water, and some say they never stopped. Is this really the most haunted place in the world? Or is it true horror, what humans did there? Tonight we're travelling to a place so feared, so steeped in death and despair that even local fishermen refuse to go near it. Just a short boat ride from the romantic canals of Venice lies Poveglia Island, often called the most haunted place in the world. The island sits quietly in a Venetian lagoon surrounded by water that sparkles in the sun. From the distance it looks almost peaceful, trees reclaiming stone, ruins half swallowed by ivy. But appearances lie. For centuries this island served one grim purpose: to isolate the unwanted, the sick and the dying. Locals will tell you that no birds sing there, and that the air itself feels wrong, heavy, oppressive, as though the island remembers everything, and it does. The darkest chapter began in the 14th century during the outbreak of the Black Death. Venice, a global trading hub, was desperate to stop the spread. Their solution was brutal but effective. Anyone suspected of carrying the plague, whether truly ill or merely exposed, was taken to a boat to Poveglia and left there. Families were torn apart, children were separated from parents, people with nothing more than a cough were condemned. Mass graves were dug, bodies were burned day and night. Historians estimate that over 100,000 people died on that island. Their remains mixed with ash and soil. Even today, parts of the island's earth are said to be made up of human remains. The screams, the smoke, the panic, all trapped within the island's bones. By the late 1800s, the island took a new role, a psychiatric hospital. And this is where the legends truly take hold. Mental illness was poorly understood and compassion was scarce. Stories began to circulate about a doctor who worked there, a man obsessed with the idea that the island itself was causing madness. According to the legend, he conducted experimental procedures, including crude lobotomies performed without anaesthetic. Whether the accounts are exaggerated or not, what is documented is this. The hospital closed suddenly in the mid-20th century. Records are incomplete. Staff refused to speak about their time there. And then came the final story. The doctor, plagued by visions and voices, is said to have climbed the bell tower and thrown himself to his death. Some say he jumped, others say he was pushed. The bell tower still stands on the island, but the bell itself was removed decades ago. Yet locals insist that on certain nights, the sound of a bell can still be heard, drifting across the water, slow, hollow, mournful. Boats passing too close report engines cutting out. Visitors describe sudden nausea, panic attack, and overwhelming dread. Paranormal investigators have captured disembodied screams, shadow figures moving between ruins, voices whispering Venetian dialects long since dead. And almost everyone who steps foot on the island reports the same thing. You are not welcome. Skeptics argue that the island's reputation is a combination of folklore, fear, and mass trauma. And they're not wrong, but trauma leaves marks. If energy lingers, if places remember, then this island is saturated with grief, terror, and suffering on a scale few locations can rival. This is not a place of one ghost or one tragedy. It is a place where death arrived in waves. Despite being prime real estate just minutes from Venice, no one has successfully reclaimed the island. Every attempt to redevelop the island has failed. Workers refuse to stay, projects are abandoned, investors quietly back out. Italy officially banned public access, not because it's unsafe, but because it is unmanageable. Is it the most haunted place in the world? Maybe. Or maybe it's something even worse, a place where humanity abandoned compassion, where suffering was routine, where the dead were never properly mourned, and perhaps that's why the island refuses to rest, because some stories don't want to be forgotten. Thank you for joining me for this harrowing tale. Until next time, dear listeners, stay safe, trust your instincts, and remember, not all islands are meant to be explored. And if that tale gave you chills, don't forget to feed the spirits. Hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss a haunting, and share this story with your bravest friends, the ones who don't mind a ghost or two, whispering their name at night. Your support helps keep the veil thin and the stories flowing. Until next time, stay spooky, stay curious, and whatever you do,
don't look behind you.